Real quick update before we get into today's video. After I recorded it, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select came out with a report and stated that Bray Wyatt is actually dealing with an undisclosed physical issue. There is no word on when he will return, and it's unclear whether or not the rumors of him having creative issues with WWE are true at this point. And with that being said, I will get into more detail in regards to everything that's leaded up to this report in this video now. What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be discussing the interesting status of Bray Wyatt and WWE, especially coming out of this past weekend. And the more you kind of poke around, the more the story becomes really, really interesting. So Bray Wyatt returned to WWE last year in 2022. There was a lot of excitement among fans, including myself, in regards to what he was able to do under Triple H's creative leadership, right? However, he's only worked one televised match, which was the Lights Out match at the Royal Rumble in January over LA Knight. Now, he has been working house shows, but it's like, okay, he's not wrestling. The creative that he is doing on TV, it's very cryptic, and it's gotten to a point, in my opinion, where it reminds you of like when he kind of cooled off in 2017, right before he was paired with like Matt Hardy and such, where it's like, I don't get it. Like, he talks all this weird stuff and then he loses. Now, he hasn't done that yet, but it gives that vibe off. And fans, including myself, it's like, okay, where is all this leading to? He was supposed to work a live event at MSG, and there's more to this than just the initial reports, because this video will probably go out a little bit late, but he was supposed to work a live event at MSG, but he was absent from the show, and Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez was talking about this on Wrestling Observer Radio, and it's like, Alvarez worded this interesting, and he goes, and I'm gonna quote this is on WrestlingNewsCo.com, or Wrestling News Co, rather. Brian Alvarez said, well, this may turn out to be a story and may not be a story. I should say that it ended up being a bigger story because it is a story. Bray Wyatt wasn't at MSG. Now, he's stating, look, the fact that Wyatt missed MSG, that's a story in itself. Could it be bigger? Yes, that's what he's getting at. Meltzer brought it down, and he just said, look, all I know is Wyatt wasn't there, and he wasn't on SmackDown the Friday either. And then Alvarez pointed out a valid point of like, look, Wyatt hasn't been around in a while, because like they've done angles where Uncle Howdy will show up and he tried to attack Bobby Lashley, or Lashley will do promos, or they'll do like weird things. But like the last time that we saw Wyatt on television was in the Muscle Man video, and that was last month. It's, as I record this, March 13th. So, and then finally, Meltzer added that it's interesting, meaning Wyatt's absence, especially in the middle of WrestleMania season. And rightfully so, especially when you're building up a match against a guy like Bobby Lashley. You're going to want Bray Wyatt around to build up that match, especially considering that you have Wyatt on SmackDown and Lashley on Raw. You need to cross-promote. You need to have both guys doing promos on each show to build up the match. So we'll see how this all plays out, but there's something going on with Bray Wyatt.